Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 24, I believe. I really should check that before I start an episode of Unicorn TV. I hope the fans aren't loud, but if you see the flowers moving, it's because there's a fan on, and I feel like that's kind of annoying. It looks like I'm in a windstorm. So let me actually fix that real quick. All right. Cool. So today on Unicorn TV, I'm talking about how to deal with mindset issues and bust through mindset issues that you might be having. So I am just going to, So Unicorn TV, let me just give a little intro on that. Hello, I should be more organized. I'm Holly Tack. I'm a Make It Happen coach, fancy way of saying a life coach that helps women make their goals happen and actually come to fruition. And I do that through support, coaching, motivation, and this show on my channel, on my Facebook page, also on my channel since I posted on YouTube, but this show is all about empowering you to become your unicorn self and to have breakthroughs and to get the life that you want. So today's topic is super duper important. It's super important, and it's something that I've just been going through myself, and I really wanted to share it. And so it's all about how to bust through mindset issues when they come up. So sorry if you guys can hear that. Ooh. Okay, I seriously don't know. Here, maybe if I do this, it will turn off. Sorry, guys. I am on a different computer. If you saw my other broadcast, I'm borrowing a friend's because mine broke, and so has like different things set up. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know if you were even hearing it, but it was that texting noise from the iPhone. So today I'm talking about how to deal with mindset blocks or issues or things like that that come up. And it's like the first thing I need to describe to talk about this is, how do you know if you have an issue? Because sometimes we don't know, right? And for me, I know that I have an issue when I keep getting out of my game with the same recurring thought. So one of those thoughts that I've been having as I go on this entrepreneurial journey and all of that I don't like is that it's not really going to work for me. And like, I'm the rare special case that this stuff won't work for. And I do deal with this thought. And that thought I've come back to over and over again. And so that to me I know it's a thought that I have that I need to shift, right? And so, if you are joining live or if you are on the replay, go ahead and type a comment to let me know what thought you have that is kind of like that, because we all have our thoughts that are kind of unhelpful. But that's one of the thoughts. And so for me, that's one that I've had recurring in my life. I've also just a lack of belief, really, or like not thinking I'm worthy, different things. And so if you have something that makes you, first of all, you know that you might have if you have the same recurring thought that's taking you out of your game, and basically it's a thought that makes you feel bad in some way, then it's really something to look at, and it's something that you can do the next step for. So this is just one thing I'm going to share with you. It's a reflection concept, or maybe you can journal on it or whatever. But if you realized, hey, like I'm just going to throw this out there. I totally made this on the fly. Like, I'm trying to lose weight, but I always keep thinking like I'm going to be fat forever or something. And, you kind of realize that you're falling into that when you're trying to do something that you want to create, but you keep having the same thought. Then what I want you to do is just ask yourself how it's serving you or helping you in some way. I know that may seem counterintuitive, because you might be like, why would the thought of, I'm just going to be fat forever be helping me? That sounds horrible, but the truth is, if we're having a recurring thought like that makes us feel bad, it is serving some purpose in our life. So in that example, I'll just go with that example. If I'm trying to lose weight, but ultimately I keep thinking, well, I'm just always going to be this size, whatever, I'm always going to be fat, or whatever the thought is, what's really underneath that like, what are you, you can go at this at different angles, but like, how is it actually helping you? And so, like, for example, that is the relevant example for me at certain times in my life. And so I know that when I look back at how that was actually helping me, well, it was helping me by making me not have to try, right? Because maybe the eating plan or the exercise plan I was doing at the time was a big habit change, and it was scary, and it was something I didn't know I could do. And so if I just say, oh, well, I'm always going to be this size, forget about it, then it helps me be able to opt out of doing those changes. So, it does help me in a way by making it so I don't have to change. Or maybe sometimes we're carrying weight for other reasons, like this is not relevant. This isn't something I experienced, but sometimes people have been through abuse or had weird experiences with men when they were younger. And so they actually carry weight as a way to protect themselves, because it makes them like feel safe against men, because it makes them like less attractive, which obviously that's up for interpretation. But this is very common. Like, there's enough women that this has happened to that it makes sense to say. So them thinking, oh, I'm always going to be fat forever, helps them keep their body the size that it is and not change, because ultimately they're actually kind of afraid of the attention they might get when they do lose the weight. So that's just one example, not business related, but basically what I'm telling you today is, if you're having a recurring thought that makes you feel bad and prevents you from getting the thing you want, then write it down and take a look at, how is it actually serving me? If I get what I want, what am I afraid of happening? Like, maybe it's if I don't get what I want, what am I afraid of happening? Because in my case, when I told you guys that sometimes I have had trouble with believing that my business will work or the things I'm doing will work for me. And in those cases, I found that I was actually avoiding disappointment, because I have been disappointed before when I wanted something and didn't get it. And so me believing that, me believing that, or lack of belief, me not having belief that I'll really get something I'm going after, is actually safer for me, because it feels like less of a blow when I don't get it, because I'm used to not getting it in certain areas of my life. Like, I always fall a little bit short of the actual goal. I can make a whole list of evidence of that in my past, but it does not serve me to feel bad during my day about my business, because I don't think that I'm not going to make the income that I really want. Like, how does that even help me? So it's just knowing, once you identify what's really underneath the thought and how it's actually helping you in some way, then you can look at, well, how do I just accept that and love that part about myself, that I'm trying so hard to keep myself safe that I'm willing to cling on to this negative thought, and then, just accept it and love it, and then shift to something new. So in that example of me not believing that my business plan will work for me and that I won't make the income that I want, I said, okay, I think that it's keeping me safe for this reason. I accept it. What do I want to believe instead? Well, I actually want to believe instead that anywhere that I'm at is where I'm meant to be, and everything is unfolding as it's meant to. So even in those cases in my past where I didn't get into the college I wanted, I still went to a great school and I really enjoyed my experience. So maybe I was meant to be there instead for some reason, and the universe delivered a better experience for me. And so any moment in the present moment where I am is where I'm meant to be. So even though I want X, I want to make $100,000 in my business or something, and I only make 80. But maybe there's some reason for that, or some lessons I learned along the way that I wouldn't have really crystallized or understood if I had actually hit the 100K. So I just have to accept that however it unfolds is how it was meant to for me. And sometimes maybe I'll exceed what I wanted. So I hope this helps. But basically, identify if you have a limiting belief is a word for it, or just a bad thought that makes you feel bad that you keep coming back to, that's kind of preventing you from getting what you want. And then ask yourself, how is it actually helping you? And then accept that, love yourself for that. Say, I really appreciate your mind for keeping me safe and trying to keep me safe in this way, but I actually am going to believe this now, whatever your new belief is. Like, I can have what I want, or wherever I'm at in the present moment is where I'm meant to be, like that sort of stuff. So that's all I wanted to share today. It was a fairly quick episode. I hope that it helps you and serves you. And you guys, I'm literally in this with you. I have dealt with this and had a big realization around this within the past day for something that I had been thinking. So I'm not immune to this, and I'm with you on it. I'm with you on this journey. So I just want to put a little plug in for the Corporate Escape Plan Challenge, which is starting next Monday on the 31st. This is a free 5-day challenge where I'm actually going to help you come up with your corporate escape plan in 5 days. We're going to get very clear on really the foundational reasons behind why you want to escape corporate and some of the actions that you need to take. So that should be really awesome. If you want to quit corporate at all, then please sign up for that challenge. The link is in the description of the video. And that's all I have to say. I hope you have an amazing Thursday, an amazing weekend, all of that jazz. And I will be back for another episode of Unicorn TV on this page on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. And I will be living in San Diego by then because I'm moving on Sunday. Isn't that fun? So, all right, you guys, I appreciate you and I believe in you. And you can always PM me if you need me. All right, bye.